Switzerland is going to be represented by a 21-year-old presenter called Remo. So Remo, he actually won Voice of Switzerland in 2020. What I would say is that I really liked his song. I think that his vocals, I think he even can become quite popular in general. But the message, the message is very similar to the previous country we
You
just
think?
discussed. I think it's similar because it talks about crisis, it talks about the war that is ongoing, and but I'm going to read you Remo's quote. So he said, "We are currently faced with global crisis and war, and we must live with the consequences of decisions we didn't make. But I still hope we can change things." For us, it's a very sensitive topic because we're from Ukraine, and you don't really understand his quote, like what did he mean by and we must live with the consequences of decisions we didn't make. You have to think, do you really want to sing a song about war? Do you really want to sing a song about frontline, army? I don't want to be a soldier. Uh, Maybe it's going to sound very harsh, but honestly, you are from Switzerland. Why do you have to become a soldier? You know what I mean? Like, so
I think this is
I
why
mean,
I told
you
you
know
that
what I
I
mean?
don't want to say anything about this song because it's, as you said, it's a very touchy subject for us, obviously. But I think that no one in Ukraine wanted to be a soldier, and no one in Ukraine wanted to. Here I quote the words from his song, "Play with the real blood." But this is not the decision uh, the soldiers in Ukraine have um, made themselves. Obviously, they have no choice. So I don't think that it is a good song to be sung by a 21-year-old guy from Switzerland.
It just okay. I will be really honest. It reminds me a Russian narrative. We shouldn't live with the decisions we didn't make. It's not our
It's not
responsibility.
our fault.
It's not our
We
fault.
have nothing to do with it.
And I mean, do you really? Honestly, bad idea, bad song. Better don't sing when you're 21 years old and you don't know what the war means. And um, you're from Switzerland. I mean, you don't understand how Ukrainians are going to feel about that. That lost people they knew, etc. Bad decision. Really good song. I think it will be in the finals, but. I would think twice before singing that song.
I will try to be objective. If the song was not in English, if it was in the language that I didn't understand, I'd say that the voice is nice and the melody. I'm just confused by the words, and I'm not sure. Maybe I just don't understand them correctly, and maybe his message was actually completely different. Uh, it just, I think, we are probably too sensitive and just
It just,
confused.
I think it will trigger lots of negative thoughts. I think Yuria said the correct thing. If I wouldn't understand what he actually sings about, amazing song. It triggers lots of really negative things. You think, what? Like, do you really have to live with these decisions? Like, you don't understand what he's talking about. I mean, so better. I don't know.
Okay,
I don't
should
get
we
it.
just move
Just
on
move
to
on.
Israel?
Okay, Israel.
Israel. Actually, this is one of those performers that I remember really well. It's a singer called Noah, and she's very young. I think she's just 23, and she's very famous in Israel. She's a singer and an actress, and she signed her first album actually when she was 14.
Interesting.
Yeah, and she is also a judge at Israel Got Talent. She's in TV series there, and That's why I've expected really a lot from this song.
Mm-hmm.
And I think actually she didn't disappoint me.
Mm-hmm.
I think the performance was quite nice. I think she has all the chances to be in the final.
Do you know that Israeli broadcaster was so sure to choosing Noah that to represent the country that actually they selected? She was announced 8 months before the official deadline for entries. What do
Oh
you think
wow.
about this? This is interesting information. Very actually happy for her that she's going to be on the stage because she was diagnosed with a serious kidney illness when she was only 3 months old. So I'm very happy that she's going to be on the stage. This is amazing.
Which is also very interesting that having this disease,
Yeah, yeah.
she served in the army, which is also very interesting.
And her name was spelled differently. And after she was diagnosed, Rabbi suggested to change her name to Noah without Y, Noa. That is spelled for movement in Hebrew, which is interesting. I really loved it. Like the song, everything. I'm pretty sure we're going to see her in the final. Congrats to her. Like her voice is amazing. She's a very beautiful girl, and I'm
And
sure we're
then
going to see her in the final.
and then also as I said in the previous episode, women solo artists win more, so she has very good chances.
Okay, so next one, Moldova this year is going to be presented by a Moldovan presenter, Pasha Parfeni. What is interesting is this, he was already representing Moldova in 2012 and he finished 11th back then. And then the following year, he joined forces with his wife, Juliana, to compose Moldovan entry. And
He's wow, so
yeah,
he has quite an experience in Eurovision.
he has definitely an experience. And what I also wanted to add is that Pasha is a well-known activist, and using his music and performances, he stands up for freedom. So what I want to say is, I think he won't make it to the final. What I don't like and is that I did not understand anything he was singing, and for me it was very difficult because it sounded a bit like a very traditional Moldovan song, which I don't think is going to. I don't think everyone would be able to relate to this song. That I don't think is a very good idea.
Well, statistically speaking, English speaking songs win more than in any other language,
I can see why.
and especially a language that very few people speak. So, as far as I know, then it's French language, but the gap is really, really big.
Yeah. So unfortunately, I don't think we're going to see Pasha in the final.
Yeah.
Sorry, but no, I don't see the potential there, to be
Uh,
honest.
we both don't see Pasha in the finals. So, but since he has
That
already
sounded
participated
really
quite several
bad.
times, I think we won't see him this year. But he seems to be a very persistent guy, so
Which is
probably we're
amazing. We
going to
love
see him
persistent
in
people.
2024.
Good luck to him. So Sweden. It's going to be extremely easy to tell about Sweden because have you heard this song from Loreen? And we all know who Loreen is, how talented she is, how amazing she is. We all remember her winning a song Euphoria.
I actually joked yesterday, and I have posted on my Instagram a story congratulating Sweden on the win, because the song is so good. I think we've listened like at least 30 times to the song yesterday,
Definitely,
and I think that's the only song that I wanted to listen for so many times, like from all the contesters, right?
yeah, for sure. Like I love this song, and it's amazing. Like I just want to put it nonstop and listen to it nonstop. And I'll be honest. I think it's the winner. I think she will win with this song. I think it's. I don't see why not.
But do you think she will win since she has already
I think
won
so.
before?
Yes,
Okay,
I
so
think
then
so.
she will break the record and she will be a singer who has won twice.
I think
Interesting.
so. But so let me tell you a bit of a story of her. So she was born in 1983 in Sweden to Moroccan immigrant parents. She was raised in liberal Muslim household, and I think what's interesting is that her background made her really political active. So she's a real political activist. She went to Baku, Azerbaijan, where she met local human rights activists.
She also performed in Belarus.
In Belarus, yes, which is a big deal, and she spoke out there, and she knew that there was a possibility that of being stopped and arrested at the airport while she was returning home.
Okay,
This is
but I
amazing.
must say one thing that disappointed me was the costume. I think it had kind of nothing to do with the song. Like,
Okay.
I don't know, it just
I think honestly, like when you have such a song, who cares what you're what
probably only
even
me.
even
Because I
even like
noticed the costume and I was like,
I will be honest, when I listened to the song first time, it was yesterday, I was like, this is the winner. Like, we don't even have to discuss anything. Like, if she would have like white walls and she would wear like a blanket or be wrapped in a duvet, I would be like, who cares? Like, if you have such vocals and if you're able to perform like that, then it's amazing. I just want to see more presenters like Loreen during Eurovision.
cool. So the next participant is Azerbaijan. As Lena has mentioned before, these are two twin brothers, right?
Yeah,
And it's a very interesting thing about them. It's their first big gig. Can you imagine first big gig, and it's already Eurovision?
that's
Amazing.
amazing. Yeah,
So their band is called The Red Jungle.
TuralTuranX.
Oh my God! Wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
these are actually their names. Their names are
Ah.
Tural and Turan Bakhmanovs. Yeah,
They have quite a sad story, as far as I remember. They had two brothers who died in the car crash, so it's very sad. And yeah,
yeah, that's a very sad story. And also, what was
it,
very sad for me,
is it that their father died and they
yeah, their father actually bought them for their first synth, synth, synthesizer.
synthesizer?
Yeah, and they started playing, and then he died, and they stopped. So I think they deserve. Like, I feel, I feel very bad that they have such a sad story in their life.